Everyone calm down. It's just the news. This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. But here now the news for August 26th, 2024. Disney parks around the world are celebrating World Princess Week by offering new treats and beverages inspired by the Disney princesses. Princess Week began on Sunday, August 25th, and will end on August 31st. One of the new treats is the Tiana cone, an ice cream cone inspired by Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. The ice cream cone is available at Storybook Treats at the Magic Kingdom until the 31st. It's $6.29. It's a white chocolate and frosted mint soft serve swirl topped with white chocolate crispy pearls and a chocolate decoration. You can read the review on our website. EPCOT will be closing early to regular guests on Tuesday, October 22nd. This is likely due to a private event. As usual, the park will open for guests with early entry at 8:30 a.m. and to all other guests at 9 a.m. However, again, the park will close at 5 p.m. rather than that standard 9. The Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios will observe normal park hours on October 22nd. We don't know the exact reason. Again, it's likely for a park buyout. Guests at EPCOT won't be able to visit CommuniCore Hall for a few days. Oh, darn. People are really upset, as the location is temporarily closed ahead of the 2024 EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. It's likely that the space will host a number of offerings for food and wine, be it exhibits, seminars, or something else. Of course, there are a number of food locations, what we would call food booths, that'll be operating in or nearby this space, so they're getting ready for that. Cast members did confirm that CommuniCore Hall will be closed through the 28th. It'll reopen on the 29th again with the kickoff of the festival. Of course, we will be there for the worst day of my life. So we also have News Tonight that night. Horror Nights begins. This is our roughest week of the year, for those of you that don't know, because you have to remember, we have Halloween kicking off at pretty much every Disney park around the world. Horror Nights is kicking off at Universal. They've thrown food and wine into this mix because it's never enough this week. So bear with us. There's a lot of content coming your way this week. Yeah, obviously Disneyland Halloween is kicked off. We'll talk about that in a few moments, but things are crazy around here, and they'll continue to be crazy with food and wine starting this Thursday. The Imagination Pavilion's original 1982 music loop is no longer playing in the pavilion's restrooms. Though the Imagination Pavilion and Journey into Imagination have seen significant changes over the years, guests could still hear that original music loop in the bathroom. According to Dreamfinder Guy on X, though, the loop is no longer playing. Instead, they're now playing the 1999 music loop for some reason. Why was this revived? Who knows? But either way, it's been a weird couple of years of music loops at EPCOT. You may remember a couple months ago, the music outside of the land was changed. They were playing the 1982 music out there. Then they were playing the World Celebration and entrance music. Then they played the old music again. Then I think it shut off again. And eventually it went back. So we assume this is a mistake, but of course, as you know, last week we found out that the Figment footprints at the exit of the ride were gone. So is this all some number of changes that are meant to be, that are telling us something else is on the way, or is it just a number of weird coincidences all at once, and two near simultaneous mistakes, one being painting over the footprints and not replacing them, the other being accidentally somehow turning on a different music loop only in the bathroom. But we will keep, don't worry, our reporters will keep checking the bathrooms for you, and yes, they will keep looking to see what's going on, or listening, I should say. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and our team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts, the Disney Cruise Line, to Adventures by Disney, and more. So if you want to personally find out if the bathroom music is on or not, they can book a trip for you. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. There's some News Tonight people here. So book today. It's going to be on all the shows now. Everyone just yelling the word free. Nick asked on Thursday if we all yell news, and I told him no. And we're not going to do that on this. This show is a step above News Tonight. We got to keep it classy on News Today. Well, the day finally came. Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs has opened at Disney's Boardwalk after it was announced over a year ago. Of course, we had to rush out to review the entire menu. That's not fair. Nana rushed out to review the entire menu. This is in the former funnel cake kiosk. Guests order via a window on the left side. You pick up on the right side. In addition to some unique gourmet corn dogs, Blue Ribbon also offers lemonade and 2 cotton candy options, but neither were available on opening day. Each corn dog is served with a bag of Lay's potato chips. However, I was told they ran out on day 1 and started reducing the cost of the meals because they couldn't get more Lay's potato chips. Anyway, the menu includes a classic dog for $12.50. There is a kids version, a smaller version of the hot dog for $10.50 as well. There's also the pickle dog for $15.50, which is what Blue Ribbon's known for. It's an all-beef hot dog wrapped in a dill pickle, fried in cornmeal batter, rolled in panko breadcrumbs, and then served with peanut butter for you to dip it in, and a bag of chips. Yeah. The Mexican street dog is $15.50. It's jalapeno cheddar sausage fried in cornmeal batter, topped with garlic mayo, corn kernels, cotija cheese, and cilantro, garnished with a lime wedge. And then there's the Golden Dragon for $15.50. It's an all-beef hot dog fried in cornmeal batter, rolled in panko breadcrumbs, served with sriracha mayo and sweet Thai chili, and a bag of chips. They also have lemonade or strawberry lemonade for $7 for 16 ounces, $9 for 32 ounce, and a hibiscus agave or raspberry apricot lemonade for $8 for the 16 ounce or $10 for the large 32 ounce. Nana went and reviewed all of this. There is a video you can watch right here on the channel. It's been very polarizing. People are mad at Nana for eating corn dogs for some reason. I don't know. But go check it out, please. Don't make Nana suffer for nothing. Go watch the review. Walt Disney World's water parks are continuing the COVID-era tradition of only operating one park at a time, with Typhoon Lagoon set to close again when Blizzard Beach reopens. Starting November 4th, Blizzard Beach will reopen and Typhoon Lagoon will close. Since the closures of the Disney parks due to COVID, Walt Disney World has only opened one water park at a time. Before the pandemic, of course, both would operate at the same time. They would both usually have an annual refurb, so there were periods when it was cooler out that only one would be open, as demand for water parks obviously goes down, except with British guests when it gets colder. We stop going. The guests from the UK do not. But again, demand is lower, so they're able to operate one in those seasons. But again, since COVID, they've decided that they have enough capacity in one water park, even in the summer, to handle the crowd demands. I don't know if it's, are water parks less popular? I don't know what it is. I know from a business standpoint, it makes a lot of sense because you can have one staff. In the past, they had to have 2 parks worth of cast members, and obviously, you know, one park of cast members would get displaced for, you know, several months when that park would close for maintenance. Instead, in this case, what they're able to do is simply slide the cast member, the entire staff, back and forth between the 2 water parks, right? So it makes sense from a business standpoint. Obviously, recently one of the water parks closed at capacity for a day, but it's still a rare thing. It doesn't happen super often. I think, again, they close the capacity maybe for 2 hours, something like that. So the demand may be still not there. And so for the foreseeable future, we will have one water park operating in Walt Disney World at a time. Disney announced bookings will open on September 12th for the Disney Destiny, as well as other dates and details about the ship's maiden voyage and inaugural itineraries. The Disney Destiny will sail on its maiden voyage on November 20th, 2025 from Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale. This will be a special 4-night cruise with stops at both the Bahamas Castaway Cay and the new Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. Following the maiden voyage, the Disney Destiny will offer 4- and 5-night cruises to the Bahamas and the Western Caribbean. Each voyage will stop at either Castaway Cay or Lookout Cay. Some itineraries will include both. Select cruises will stop in Nassau, Bahamas or Cozumel, Mexico. Earlier this year, Disney announced that there would be a Pirates of the Caribbean themed pub called Cask and Cannon. In this cozy lounge, you'll be surrounded by the treasures obtained by the pirates from around the globe. Disney has teased that Cask and Cannon will have an extensive menu of rare vintage rums necessary for any pirate-themed bar. They also stated that there would be a not-so-secret selection of bootlegged brews that would be served from a barrel. And Disney also rumored there might be a mysterious trove of libations that will be served from an actual treasure chest. The Cask and Cannon is just one of 3 highly themed bars announced for the Destiny thus far. Of course, they will also have the Haunted Mansion Parlor and as well the new Cruella de Vil themed lounge. Disney Cruise Line Castaway Club members can book their cruise on the Disney Destiny as early as September 6th, and bookings will open to the general public on September 12th. All right, as we told you earlier, Disneyland Resort has kicked off its Halloween time season, and so we have a number of stories to talk about of the offerings for this year. The Mickey and Friends Halloween Cavalcade is back with more Disney villains for another year of tricks and treats at Disneyland Park. Mickey and Friends are now wearing their new 2024 Halloween costumes in the Cavalcade, and then the Disney villains will close out the Cavalcade this year. Last year, the amount of villains varied by performance, but there was usually only 1 or 2. This year, the group includes many more, including Lady Tremaine and her daughters. And there's Gaston, Maleficent, the Evil Queen, and more. The Halloween Cavalcade replaces Magic Happens for the fall season. It's performed at 1:45 and 2:45 p.m., weather permitting. You can watch our full video of the Cavalcade right here on our channel. Meanwhile, Halloween Screams is back for the season as well at Disneyland Park. The Nighttime Spectacular illuminates the park with projections every day of the week and features fireworks on select nights, of course, usually weekends. We caught the entire show with fireworks on its opening night. You can watch that here on the channel as well. Since there's a new fireworks show at Disneyland right now, that means a new version of Fire of the Rising Moons is being presented in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This unique show offers a different vantage point of the park's main show, which right now, again, is Halloween Screams, but with Star Wars narration and music. It's also presented with the droid Bard on select nights. You can watch that video here as well. We've been busy, as you can tell. Did you know there's a way you can save big at Disney Deluxe Resorts? Today's show is brought to you by DVC Rental Store, a great way for you to plan a luxury Disney vacation on a modest budget. You don't need to sign up for a full DVC contract, but instead they'll allow you to rent the points you need for a magical stay. It's really the best way to stay deluxe at a fraction of the cost, and now, thanks to their lowest price guaranteed offer, you'll always have the best price on the market. Their rooms can be discounted up to 75%, and they have the largest member inventory for points, so there's a lot to choose from. You can search their availability for free right now, which is not something all rental companies offer. And if you do choose to book, they have a great cancellation policy and a low down payment. DVC Rental Store is the #1 DVC rental company in the entire United States, and one we've used many times. In fact, if you've ever watched a Disney Vacation Club room tour here on the channel, that was probably booked through them before they were even a sponsor, because again, it was the cheapest way to do it. So head to our description to check them out, another sponsor of the show. Please support them. Oogie Boogie Bash is back as of August 25th at Disney California Adventure. It's, of course, a separately ticketed event held during the season. It takes place on select nights from August 25th through October 31st, and this year's event is fully sold out. The Frightfully Fun Parade has returned for the event. Previously, there's very little changes this year, but previously Hades appeared in the parade and Mother Gothel was on a treat trail. Now Hades is on a treat trail this year and Mother Gothel is on the float sharing the stage with Cruella de Vil. You can watch the full video of the Frightfully Fun Parade right here on our channel. As I just alluded to, 2 characters were added to the slate of those treat trail characters you could see at the event. That would be Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb and Hades from Hercules. Hades appears on the Hollywood backlot stage in Hollywoodland, which has been transformed into his personal Hades hideaway. He's part of a treat trail, so guests stopping by can pick up candy and also take a quick video or picture of Hades. It's very hard to get one with him, given that you have to keep moving, but Hades' hideaway is decked out with his throne, vases, and other art depicting the myths and legends from the story. Screens cast blue flames on animated torches, which turn red when he's angry. He also wears his blue and black toga and interacts with guests from the stage. We also caught him lounging on his throne, having a laugh at one point. You can watch a video of Hades. Say it with me at this point, right here on the channel. Meanwhile, Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, self-proclaimed greatest villain in the tri-state area, greets guests from the stage inside the Disney Theater located in Hollywoodland. His lab is a treat trail stop. His set is an amalgam of cartoon backdrops from the show and innator props. He serves as the main antagonist, of course, of Phineas and Ferb, facing off against Agent P, otherwise known as Perry the Platypus. Animated elements are around the stage to enhance the set, but however, I'm very upset. There's been no signs of Balloony yet.
It's you! Balloony!
Doofenshmirtz, of course, is dressed in his iconic style. The green pants, a black turtleneck, and a white lab coat. His exaggerated features are done in a more realistic fashion, and Agent P will appear as a silhouette on one of his monitors. Meanwhile, Agatha Harkness is back, but appearing in a new costume from Agatha all along this year. She's wearing the outfit you've probably seen in the trailer for the series, which will premiere on Disney Plus on September 18th. Agatha debuted at Oogie Boogie Bash way back in 2021, but that was in her appearance from WandaVision. Oogie Boogie Bash merchandise also now available, as you might imagine, as the event has begun. There's a glow-in-the-dark t-shirt for $34.99, a hoodie for $69.99, a Spirit jersey for $79.99, a Loungefly backpack for $88, an ornament for $26.99, a Magic Key exclusive shirt for $44.99, a tumbler for $24.99, a limited edition pin for $17.99, an ear headband, which is $44.99, and an exclusive Magic Key pin for $17.99. Magic Key holders attending the sold-out Oogie Boogie Bash can also pick up an exclusive Hades patch, plus enjoy a special photo backdrop. The patch depicts Hades against a purple background with silhouettes of pain and panic. The Magic Key logo is in the top corner, and the patch will be available at the Silly Symphony Swings in DCA during the event from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. There's a limit of 1 per Magic Key holder, and guests must have an Oogie Boogie Bash event wristband and present their valid Magic Key. And the Magic Key holder, of course, must be present at the time of redemption. The Mickey's Trick and Treat stage show has returned for another Halloween season at Disneyland Resort. It's a daily offering for the first time ever this year, having previously only been a part of Oogie Boogie Bash. Mickey's Trick and Treat is described as an interactive stage show with Mickey Mouse and pals where madcap fun is brewing along with a potion. It's performed at the Disney Theater in Hollywoodland at DCA. It replaces the Disney Junior Dance Party for the season. It's performing at the following times. There's a 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, 2:30, 3:30, and 4:30 shows. It'll be performing again August 23rd through Halloween. And the Disney Junior Dance Party is set to return on November 1st. You can watch the channel of Mickey's Trick and Treat right here on our channel. A fight broke out at Fantasmic at Disneyland recently, seemingly on a musical cue. The tussle happened during the 10:30 p.m. showing of Fantasmic on August 22nd. The fight took place in the reserved seating area for guests who purchased the Blue Bayou dining package. Our reporter saw the events at a distance, but other guests witnessed this up close. A since-deleted TikTok video shows the fight. The TikTok user who uploaded the video said they didn't know exactly what happened, but the issue may have come up because of how close the guests were sitting to each other. The video begins just a few minutes into the show as Mickey is conjuring his magical powers. A guest wearing mini ears is seen struggling with another guest off camera. The guest wearing ears then stands up and struggles with 2 others, and one of the others can be seen pulling the first guest's hair. Other guests in the area jumped to their feet shouting, and some tried to break up the fight. And the physical altercation ended abruptly, but guests continued talking and arguing. The video then cuts to show 3 security cast members on the scene talking to the guests who were involved. They gesture at the guests to follow them out of the area, and this can also be seen in our reporter's video of the aftermath. The TikTok user noted in the comments that they saw parents drag their child away from the fight out of fear she would get hit. Commenters also confirmed all 3 of the guests involved were escorted out of the Fantasmic viewing area. We don't know if they were kicked out of the park or banned, but that is standard in most cases for such incidents. But nonetheless, I don't know if if I suffered through a Blue Bayou meal to see Fantasmic, I might just sit there and get accidentally kicked for a little while and then maybe say something. But no. The thing I'd be scared about is people getting stepped on, because that's a seated area. So like once those people get up to fight, at that point, like everyone could get stepped on. So I'm glad. It sounds like no one did. So that's good. An Oktoberfest Loungefly ear headband is now available at the World of Disney in the downtown Disney district at Disneyland Resort. It's $44.99. The Oktoberfest Loungefly ear headband features 2 Mickey pretzels for ears. The pretzels are light brown with white pieces of salt on them. Between the 2 pretzel ears is a pleather bow with numerous German-themed patches adorning it. The patches are many colors, some featuring lions, beer, knights, bread, sausages, all the things you associate with Germany. Each patch has a banner attached to it, and while some of these banners highlight Oktoberfest and pretzel knots, one banner is for Beer Garden, of course, that being the restaurant at EPCOT. The patch belonging to this banner reads Beer, Food, and Fun and has EPCOT in yellow against a brown background. Again, a nod to the Beer Garden restaurant. So we assume this will be available at EPCOT relatively soon. It just isn't yet. And in the middle of the bow is a silver crown. It's attached to a strap that can be unclasped so the bow can be removed. So stay tuned. We'll let you know when this shows up at EPCOT, but obviously it will at some point. Tokyo DisneySea has removed the one-year closure of the Indiana Jones Adventure Temple of the Crystal Skull that they had put on their schedule. As reported on Friday, the Tokyo DisneySea temporary closures list stated that, again, Indiana Jones Adventure Temple of the Crystal Skull would be closed from March 5th of 2025 through March 4th of 2026. As of Saturday, August 24th, the attraction is no longer on the list. It's unclear what happened. Did they put the wrong dates? Are they not ready to announce this yet? We don't really know yet. This is very out of character for Tokyo Disney. Usually they have their stuff together, and the second something's listed officially, it doesn't get removed. That doesn't happen. So we're very curious as to what this means, but that is an aging attraction in the park that opened with the park back in 2001 as part of Lost River Delta. It has a similar ride experience to the Disneyland attraction. Again, same track layout as both that and Dinosaur. The Disneyland one opened in 1995, obviously had a lot of technical difficulties. This one doesn't have those technical difficulties. This one, I think they had 6 years to learn. So this one runs pretty much without any interruptions. This one will run every day without major downtime for the most part. But, you know, it's been running for a long time, so it might be time for that 1 year closure. We'll have to wait and see if this ends up back on the schedule. With Fantasy Springs now open, that added 4 new rides to the park. We would assume that this would allow some of the older e-ticket attractions, the headliners at DisneySea, to go down for longer refurbishments in the next few years. Indy probably is next on that list. We'll wait and see what the official dates end up becoming. But yeah, now with all that added capacity, it's probably a good time for some of these older rides to go down and get some TLC. Not that they look like they need it, because they don't, but you know, nonetheless, scheduled maintenance is important. It's something that the Disney World parks don't really do anymore. Disneyland does it a little more often. I know the Matterhorn goes down almost annually for some sort of refurb, but this is what you're supposed to do. This is what all the parks are supposed to do. There should be some sort of near annual refurbishment, and then every several years, what amounts to a several month or a year-long refurbishment of these rides to keep them in top shape. That's normal protocol. It's something the US parks and other Disney parks got away from as time has gone on, but DisneySea, Disneyland, and Japan both still regularly do those. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, including discounted tickets to come see this show live, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. And those in attendance, I'm sure there's some of you here today. Thank you. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.